So, let me start officially. Good morning, dobro jutro, good morgen, addio, so, buongiorno. I think that's it, or? Buenos dias. Buirum. First, I want to thank to ICC. It's the honor to be here today and to have a presentation about our recent Tango X-ray 9 Austral Island expedition. Actually, this is not a contest report as mentioned yesterday from several guys here. So we will talk more about the expedition experience and how we see it, everything. So our team member, they're all here. I'm honored that all guys are here. Rolando, team leader, 9 Alpha 3 Mike Radio. Then our 6-meter specialist Mladen, 9 Alpha 2 November Alpha. Then Kiko, if you work Tango X-ray 9 Alpha in gray line, morning or evening, 40 and 30 meters. So 95%, that guy, 9A4 Whiskey Yankee, was on the station. So our good soul Livio, 9 Alpha 7 Yankee, he did everything about the antennas, kitchen, etc., etc. Our human mode guy, this guy hates FT8. Our human mode specialist, 9 Alpha 9 Radio, and myself, DK8ZZ, that's the guy with 3 call signs. I'm not specialist at all. So, our QTH was Tubuai Island. Tubuai Island is one of the 4 big islands in Austral. It is located about 640 kilometers south of Papeete, which is about 1.5 hour flight with the ATR machine. So the capital city is Mataura, which is actually also a capital city for the whole Austral Island. For the guys who love history, this island is famous for the fact the sailors from the bounty ship tried to conquer Tubuai, but they didn't do that. So why there? Several reasons. Reason one, it is relatively easy to reach them. That means there is a normal flight from Paris directly to Papeete, and then we took a Air Tahiti flight from Papeete to Tubuai. Second thing is we had the luck. We found a good QTH, which was on the northeast part of the island, which means we have a nice opening or nice possibility to work European and stateside station as well as Japanese. It is also wanted DXCC at that time was about, I think, in club log was about, I think, about 75 or 80 DXCC range. So I just wrote several facts about the flight. It is actually one flight, that means with a stop in San Francisco, and it is 22 hours from Paris to Papeete. So the good thing is it's only one machine. We don't need to check out and check in once again in the States, which is actually a good thing. So we had a 24-hour layover in Papeete, and next day we flew from Papeete to Tubuai with Air Tahiti. Fun fact number one, our team leader drove over 2,000 kilometers in one way from his home to Paris to reach the flight. So he's a good driver. So as every Dxpedition preparation, he did some paperwork. Rolando was actually, he did all licenses, etc., etc. We found together our QTH, it was booked, and then come the flight tickets, etc. This number 158 is a really magic number. The problem by Air Tahiti is they are not taking any oversized luggage. That means all our equipment should fit in normal check-in suitcases. We found someone to make some custom bags, which was actually a good idea, and then all masts and the antennas was stored over there. Otherwise, there is no way to take a flight with Air Tahiti with oversized luggage. French B or Air France, no problem, but the problem is if you fly from Papeete to some small island in Polynesia. we try to prepare everything. That means all, paperwork, all hardware, software, CarNet. Yesterday, somebody asked about the CarNet. CarNet is a very good stuff for somebody who's flying outside of European Union. You can export your gears and import it once again back without any problems with the customs. So we had a website which was relatively, it was online about 2 or 3 months prior to the flight. We found 3 sponsorships, which was German DX Foundation, EU DXF, and the Mediterranean DX Club. About the hardware, we had the luck, or we had a contact with Acom Bulgaria, and they lent us 3 amplifiers, 2 Acom 1200S and 1 Acom 500S. They work really flawlessly over 11 days. The second good thing, we had half of our bandpass filter from Ranko and your team. It works fantastic. Those 11 days, there was no interference at all, despite all antennas was in a circle for maybe 70, 80 meters, and in the shack we had 3 stations at the same time. This is our team on Orly Airport. As you see, all full motivated. Look at that guy on the right side, that's me, I'm smiling all the time. So we had 9 check-in luggage. That means we had to buy 3 more pieces because we taking all equipment to that. That's important thing. So we took all equipment with us: cables, radios, coax, computers, etc., etc. When you fly with low budget, as French B is, they're really looking for cabin luggage. That means there is no possibility at all to have more than 12 kilos because it will be weight on the check-in. So. We have fun fact number 2. One team member, I will not say which one, has almost all the personal belongings stayed by me in Erbach. We packed all stuff because 3 guys drove with the car to Germany, and we repacked everything. So one team member has all personal stuff in his suitcases because we were shortly with the weight. We left some stuff, and the first thing in Papete, we have to drive to Carrefour. It's a big supermarket, and we bought some t-shirt and underwear and trousers for somebody who's not XXXL. So the right 2 guys, they're not of them, so you can pick up one of those 4. So this guy, number 4, this one is very suspected. So after layover, 24 hours later, we reached safely to Boai. As you see, our good soul teammate Livio was for public relationship with the with cabin crew over there. And we started at the same day about 2 o'clock afternoon. So our thought that was to put antenna which is work on the several bands. So we decided to erect our hex beam. The first QSO was really K6 Delta Foxtrot, the first QSO with Nash. That was Zika K5 Charlie Delta, and the first real Nash is 9 Alpha to Alpha Juliet. For the people, they're not coming from this area, I have to explain what Nash means. So Nash means hour, and it is a common word for all hams coming from the same geographic area. Names, somebody will say Balkans, I will say former Yugoslavia. So when I look all those guys here, we all Nash, more or less, and that's a good thing. So let me talk a bit about equipment and shack. We tried to take small radios. We had 2 ICOM 7300, 1 Kenwood 590S. As I mentioned before, we had 3 amplifiers, which is 2 ICOM 1200S, 1 KW out, and ICOM 500S. From Ranko, we had bandpass filter. For logger, we use N1MM, which was streamed directly to the club log, and for the FT8, non-human mode, we use MSHV. Our antenna farm. So, as I mentioned, we tried to take so many as possible, but we were limited with the baggage, with the weight, etc., etc. So, at the end, For 160 and 80 meters, we used cage vertical antenna with top head wires, more to come. Then we had 2 more vertical. One was combined 60 and 30 meters, and the second one is 40 meters. We used hex beam for 20 to 10 meters. We have the DK7 Zulu Bravo beam from 70 to 10 made by Rolando, and as well as 2-element Moxon beam. So because we don't have at that time any pentyplexer, triplexer, etc., we decided to use more antennas to have a possibility, if 6 meter closes, that we can use 3 high benders at the same time. And the last antenna was planned 5-element beam, but it was shorted to 4-element beam due to suitcases problems. And really all antennas were effective and small enough to fit in our suitcases, which was very important for us. So fun fact number 4, someone of the team was annoyed and pretty upset because his favorite antenna could fit in the baggage. That was a 4-square antenna. So we discussed all the time during the expedition what was going to happen on 40 meters if we had a 4-square antenna. So I was that guy, actually. So I thought that 4-square would be nice, I think, but the problem was we don't have a space into the luggage. And anyway, Kiko did a great job with the just simple vertical antenna. So I've decided to give some facts about the cage vertical antenna, or our bucket antenna. I think this is a nice antenna. It works perfectly on 160 and 80 meters. This is a 2 kilo weight graphite mass, which is actually very light. So if you know all or more or less spider beam or DX wire, and they are really heavy to travel somewhere around the world. And Rolando found that one in China. It was only 2 kilo weight rod, and what he did, he put 6 parallel vertical wires from top to the bottom. That was connected at the end, and of course upstairs, and there was a top head. So we could use only 1 band because we have to change the LC coupler on the bottom of the antenna, and that was the reason why can we choose to use either 80 or 160 meters. I think this is a very good idea. The antenna works perfectly. We had enough radials, as you can see upstairs on the photo with the bucket, and we were very satisfied. Satisfied means we work on non-human mode, FT8 80 meters, almost 350 Europeans, which is for the end of April and May, for me is more than enough. We prepared our own meal about our QTH. That was a very nice ham radio QTH. We had a big lot with about 5,000 square meters. We could use it practically what we want. About internet, Austral has really fast internet over there, and there with electricity they had 230 watts. It's even more stable than here in Europe. So, and what was very important for us, this QTH is very noisy free. For guys working with vertical antenna on 80 meters, we had QRM for about S1 to S2 max, which is amazing. About the prices, this is a remote island. There is a supplier ship travels every 6 or 7 weeks over there, and the prices are as they are. So a bottle of beer costs $5. Coke is the same, $5. And actually, we cooked everything out there. We prepared our meals all together, and that means we bought everything in the market. It was potato or some kind of food, so meat. It was meat, so what kind of meat we still don't know. But Livio and Vlatko, they're really charging cooking, and Mladen, our 6-meter specialist, he was very active, gotten in groceries. So as you see, so this was our fish soup, and this is a local Polynesian soft orada. No, it's not gold brace, it's a mahi-mahi, of course. So As you see, we don't have some, so for people that were yesterday here, they saw they have a grill, they have a meat, they have everything. So this was our meat, and it was tasty. About summary. So we managed to work almost over 500 QSOs on 160 meters. Not forget that was to end of April, and for end of April it is not easy to work on lower bands, especially 160 and 80. 80 meters, as I said, over almost 350 Europeans. Good morning, Bratzo. Oh, there will be some question. Bratzo is here. Our highlight was really 6 meters. We had luck to reach some 6 meters opening, which was over almost 1,400, 500 QSOs, 800 stateside, 400 Japanese, some highlights, 9 kilo 2 on long path, etc., etc. Another thing was we tried to concentrate our activity to work as many as Europeans possible, because we know Austria is almost on the opposite side, and the best time to work, guys, you from Europe, is gray line. So we really dedicated, try to work Europeans even on non-human mode. That means on 80 meters there was a operator sitting over there, and there was no robot. We really clicked stations one by one. That means we tried to work stations with the better signals to have a more rate and to work more stations. As you see, we try to give our best with the human modes, which is about 34,000 QSO, and the rest was FT8. So was everything perfect? Of course not. So we had some issues with MHHV program. The problem was QSO were logged dupe 3 or 4 times. It was really frustrated, but we decided to leave it, and we cleaned our log practically after the end of the expedition. Those numbers, what can you see? Those numbers are from the clean log. There are some dupes, the guys work, I don't know, he made the second and then made the fourth, but those QSO which we were double with about 2 minutes gap or so gap, we just delete them. So club log issue, we were unable to use leaderboard. So we didn't know, or I didn't know, or Rolando, that leaderboard feature requires registration before the Dxpedition starts. So I found that on the club log website. We wrote them several times. Actually, there was no answer from them. So that was a little pity, because there are some part of our community are trying to work so many slots as possible, and the leaderboard is very nice to see how many stations from Germany or from Serbia or from Croatia worked us, and then look, my neighbor has a 10 queue, so I have only 9, and I want to try to work one more. So for those guys, leaderboard feature is very nice. One more thing, I've decided to talk it openly. So openly, but I will not publicly share call signs. We deleted some QSOs on 160 and 6 meters. I will talk about 6 meters. We worked some European stations. Why we delete them? It's a simple, at that time, we were also on PSK reporters. So those stations had a huge signal in Florida for about plus 0.8 or plus 10 dB, and there was no report in Europe at all. No trace at all, no reports at all. There was not too many stations, but we decided to delete them. It's same for 160. We worked some stations where 2 hours after daylight here in Europe, and we just decided to delete them. I know some Dxpedition say, okay, we leave them in the log, or somebody else will maybe log them as W4/call sign. We discussed a bit, and our decision was to delete them. I mean, they're in the log, but they're not on LOTW, and they will not confirm those QSOs from me as a QSO manager. One more aspect, I think DJ4 Market actually knows what I'm talking about, the QSL cards. It's really important to have a good QSL managing after the expedition. So LOTW or club log or OQRS, they're all really, that's all important aspects. So Tony, our bratko Tony, LZ1 Juliet Zulu, printed us very, very fast. And I managed to take all QSL cards for our NASH bureaus from S5 to Zulu 3. And also we decided for all stations from former Yugoslavia, they receive immediately LOTW QSO's confirmation from us. Also, I'm a QSL manager in my local radio club. That means for me it's very easy to answer on the OQRS Bureau QSL cards, which is already started. And as you see here on the right side, that was a bucket from my wife. I just told it to put some letters over there. We would like to thank the following sponsor, Acom Bulgaria. They lent us three amplifiers. They work really flawlessly, 12 days, 24/7, no issue at all. Ranko, thanks to your team again, 4 Oscar 3 Alpha signature. We used high power bandpass filters. It was really amazing. So we had another problem about 6 meters. When we transmit to 6 meters, we had time to time QRM on the HF bands. Maybe we could make more QSO, but the problem was when 6 meters open, it was important for us to be on 6 meters. So that means we had to put another 2 stations on the HF band, also on the non-human mode, so popular Vlatko's mode, FT8. So I think at the end it could be more QSO, but we sacrificed maybe 1,000 or 2,000 QSOs to make those 1,500 QSO on 6 meter, which was, my opinion, was actually very important. So we found 3 foundations who helped us. That was German DX Foundation, where I'm also a member of them, EU DXF, as well as Mediterranean DX Club. So I also thank to Nick, VK9 Delta X-Ray, for all NASH people. NASH people knows he has a YouTube channel with his shows over there, and we had the possibility to be live from Tubuai. I would also like to thank to all individual sponsors for all their support. Some of them here in the room, guys, thank you. And also thanks to everything who made the QSO with us and helped fulfill my childhood dream operating from the Pacific. Before I'm closing everything, I just want to explain something about my dream. When I started with this beautiful hobby for about almost 40 years ago, no, 35, there was a world map in my local radio club. And you know, when you look the map on the right side, there's a Pacific, and there were so many small islands with the funny names. Nauru, Fiji, Tonga. What the hell is Tonga? So my dream was to be QRV, to be there. And thanks again to team leader who invited me, and thanks to my team. I think we did a good job. And thanks for fulfilling my dream. Fun fact number 5. We invented something for guys watching public medias, such as Facebook, Instagram, etc. Our spontaneous video in the bus where we are telling what's your call on FT8, so via DX was streamed over 100,000 times. So you know, what's your call? Tango X-Ray Nile Alpha, and what's your call on FT8? It was really spontaneous. It was really fun. As you see, this is our shack. You can see the amplifiers, filters. From left to right, it's me, then Livio, Chris, 9A4 Whiskey Yankee, Vlatko, N9 Alpha 9 Radio, our team leader, and Mladen. The last question, where do we go next? We discussed last night. Where's team leader? Should I say something or not? Okay, we are planning something for September, October next year, and it would be probably either Hotel 44, Solomon, or Hotel 40, Tumotu. So, we are still in planning. It's not fixed, but we are planning to be there next year. So, and then I hope in 2 years from now we'll be once again here to see it with the fish from there, from the local orada from there is better than this one from what our friend Mladen found. So that's it. Any question, Braco? So guys, Braco has a question. Because it's our decision. It's our decision. If it is wrong or not, it's our decision. For me, it's more important. He asked why we didn't publish those call signs from Europe. Two reasons. First, I think it's not our thing to do that. It's more important is that we saw it and we said, okay, guys, but not today with us. We can, you know, everybody of you, or most of people, you know the problems with WebSDR, which is less problem. The bigger problem, what I find it's a TXing from some other continent, some other DXCC. It's nice. Some of you trying to work as many as possible. Band slot DXCC, me too. But if I have to TXing from the state side because I want to have some rare island from the Pacific on 160, sorry, that's way too much. I can understand if somebody is from Croatia and has a quiet WebSDR as a React station, as a receiving station, there's no problem. But that was our decision, but it was more important to explain that yes, we did it. So because I don't know how many Dxpedition does that. So I'm pretty sure a lot of Dxpedition just leave those QSOs into the log. I'm pretty sure. So any more question? Sorry? License is actually very easy. There are two parts. First, you have to have your HAREC, and then you are sending all papers to Papete. And then the first step is you have a call sign FO/your call sign. So after that, the next step was to apply for a special event station, which was TX9A, and it's valid for 14 days. That's important. Yes, everything is via Papete. Everything via Papete, not via France. Yeah, French territory, yes. Yes. 5? No, 6. 6. I think 6. 5 is the one band, the 6 one the second band. I don't know. No. It's one more important thing. So about Nashi, not Nashi. So we were also a unique Dxpedition because it was really international Dxpedition. So it was a Croatian Dxpedition, it was a Serbian Dxpedition, it was Canadian Dxpedition, it was a German Dxpedition, it was a Bosnian Dxpedition because my parents come from Bosnia actually. So 6 members, 5 nationalities, and our team worked flawlessly, guys. Thanks, it was a fun to work with you. So, Marian. I have nothing about it, so any more questions? Of course, for you, Mili, always. I think next year we can go to the parade over there in Podgorica. So thanks again. Thanks to ICC team. Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for I really thought there was way less people because this is the first time in the morning, and lots of you were a little bit longer last night. In the lobby, I've just heard because I took a beauty sleep. So thanks, everybody, and hopefully see you from Pacific once again. Bye-bye.